What's up, guys, and thanks for joining me today. Today, I'm reviewing the big one, Avengers Infinity War, which stars way too many people. So, I'm going to need some help with this one. Hey, Google, can you please tell me the cast for Avengers Infinity War?
Its cast includes Robert Downey Jr., Chris Pratt, and 32 others.
That's it? Robert Downey Jr., Chris Pratt, and 32 others. I could have done that, Google. Thanks. For nothing. Anyway, before I proceed with this review, guys, I just want to let you know that this is going to be a spoiler review. So if you haven't seen the movie, don't see this video quite just yet. Go see the movie, then come back and watch my review. Alright, now that we got that out of the way, let me show you a quick clip.
When I'm done, half of humanity will still exist. Perfectly balanced. As all things should be. I hope they remember you.
Alright, let me just start off by saying that I really do like the MCU. Ever since they launched back in 2008 with Iron Man, I mean, they've done some really great, solid movies. Them all being connected, the shared universe. No other studio has been able to do what they've done. Warner Brothers, DC, they've tried, they've failed. Universal Studios has tried their Dark Universe, connected universe, and that didn't even launch. It barely did anything with the Mummy. It sucked. And you got to give credit where credit is due. I mean, Marvel and Disney and Marvel have done something that I didn't think anyone could really pull off. I mean, up to this point. I mean, it's been 10 years, and let's face it. Yeah, there have been some movies I'm not too crazy about, but I can't really name any that I could say, yeah, wow, that one really sucked. No, they've all basically been pretty good. Even Thor Ragnarok, which I wasn't much of a fan of, but I know a lot of you guys loved it. I just thought it was okay. But I mean, Captain America, Winter Soldier, Black Panther, the first Iron Man. These were all great movies, and you know, I feel that all those movies leading up to this point where we're at now with Avengers Infinity War. I mean, they just pulled it off, man. They did. I mean, this movie was freaking amazing. I've seen this movie 3 times already, and I sit there after the movie's finished and the credits are rolling, and I'm sitting there thinking, how is this movie as good as it is? I don't get how they've been able to pull this off so well. This movie is that good. I loved it. I loved every second of it. This is a movie that I love. I feel Marvel has basically pulled off their Empire Strikes Back with this movie. Okay? With the way it ended and everything, it was just breathtakingly fantastic. It was great. All right, let's talk about Thanos for a second. Thanos is probably the best villain I've seen since Darth Vader. Yeah, I said it. Since Darth Vader. I'm going to mic drop this. No, I'm not going to mic drop it. It's actually heavier than it looks, and it's expensive. But yeah, I thought Thanos was amazing in this movie. In a lot of ways, the movie's kind of told from his perspective, and I love that they did that. It was different, and it was great. Since the second Thanos showed up in the beginning of the movie on Thor's ship, after he's killed a bunch of people and the ship's torn to shreds, that scene when Hulk shows up and he starts fighting Thanos, and he's looking like he's got Thanos in the corner, and all of a sudden one of Thanos' children says, let him have his fun. All of a sudden, Thanos turns around and he basically beats the crap out of the Hulk, knocks him out. That right there was just like, oh, wow. I've never seen the Hulk, knocked out. So it was that right there set the tone of what you were gonna be in for. And man, yeah, that was amazing. That was amazing. And throughout the movie, every time this guy was on screen, it was terrifying because something bad was gonna happen every single time. And the way Josh Brolin portrayed Thanos, I mean, there is a little sense of humanity in him that, even though it is kind of crazy what he wants to do, it makes somewhat sense. It is crazy, don't get me wrong, but him wanting to wipe out half of the galaxy, in his mind, what he's trying to rationalize isn't that crazy. I mean, yeah, it's genocide, but the reasons why he wants to do it, it makes sense to him. And you kind of, okay, well, I see why he wants to do it, but yeah, it's not right. But he does have a point. And yeah, I loved Thanos. I thought he was an amazing villain. Okay, so let's talk about the standouts as far as our heroes go. My favorites were Iron Man, Doctor Strange, Gamora, Scarlet Witch, and Thor. Thor in this movie I thought was amazing. And I thought in a lot of ways kind of made up for my disappointment in Ragnarok. Only because there was a scene in this movie with Thor and Rocket, which I thought was one of the best scenes in this movie, where he's having a one-to-one moment with, Thor's having a moment with Rocket. Basically, he's unloading on everything that, he's lost. Thor lost his brother, his father, his mother, his evil sister, his planet, his hammer, his eye. He's lost so much. And that moment, him basically looking back on everything that he's lost, it was a very, very touching moment. And it was a moment that I feel Thor needed to have. And it worked, and it was great. I love that moment. And the fact that he got a new hammer back and basically unleashed that sucker when he came back to Earth and basically kind of saved everyone in that moment, that was a great scene. I love that. Thor was great in this movie. He was great. I also loved Gamora and Thanos' relationship in this movie. I thought that was very well done. It was heartbreaking, and I hated watching Gamora die. I've seen it 3 times, and every time I see it, I hate that scene. I love the scene, but I hate that, Gamora died the way she did. It was just terrible, and I hate you, Thanos. I hate you. I also thought Scarlet Witch and Vision were done very good in the movie too. Their relationship was another one that was heartbreaking. Vision was hurt basically throughout the movie, and Scarlet Witch and all the others, Captain America, they all basically were protecting Vision, so that Thanos and the children of Thanos won't get to his Infinity Stone that's on his forehead. And towards the end there, when Thanos lands on Earth and basically is going through Captain America and everyone else to get to Vision, Scarlet has no choice but to kill him at the end. So Thanos won't get that last Infinity Stone. And it was all for nothing because she had to watch Vision die and then watch him die twice because Thanos basically turns back time and kills him again because he's an asshole. But yeah, that scene was very well done, and yeah, it was hard to watch. It was definitely a great scene. Great scene. How about best moments in the movie? Best moments for me. The attack on, I think it was Scotland, where Vision and Scarlet Witch were held up, and the children of Thanos attack Vision there for the first time, and they have this cool fight there, and I think Vision and Scarlet Witch kind of get thrown down to this kind of subway station, and they're basically cornered. And all of a sudden, from the shadows comes Captain America. I thought that was a great scene. great. And the theater always erupted every time that scene happened. So it was a great scene. Also thought Thor, coming down to Earth after he gets his new hammer and basically taking care of business. Another great scene. He shows up with Rocket and Groot in the side, a rabbit, and it was great. It was great. Great scene. And the fight between Iron Man, Doctor Strange, the Guardians, and Thanos up in Titan. That was an awesome fight scene too. And that scene where they almost had his glove, it was right there, of course, and Star-Lord had to ruin everything. A great scene. So the movie is filled with so many great scenes. I have to actually really think hard because there's so many that I don't think there's a scene there where you could actually go to the movie and if there was a scene in that movie where I would say, this scene here, you can use the bathroom. If you need to go to the bathroom and take a piss break, you can go at this scene. No, I can't say that. I cannot say that about this movie because there's so many scenes in this movie that I can't complain. There's just the movie is great. It is just, it's an amazing movie. It really is. All right, so let's talk about all those surprising deaths in the movie, especially towards the end there. I loved it, and I give all the cojones, man, to Disney for deciding to end the movie like that, because let's face it, a lot of parents take their kids to see this movie, and to have the parents explain to their crying children that, yeah, the bad guy won, and half of your superheroes are dead. that must really suck. But anyway, I thought it was a great ending, and it was haunting, and for it to end in such a downer. That's why I say, this is Marvel's Empire Strikes Back, and I give all the credit to Disney. I thought it was a touch of genius, and directors, of course, to the Russo brothers to end the movie like that, and it was just a perfect way to end it. And I love the movie. I loved it. I give it a 10 out of 10, and I can't praise this movie more. It was fantastic. And let me know what you guys saw of the movie. Comment below. Tell me if you liked the movie, if you hated it, if you think it's overrated, if you like Thanos, if you didn't like him. Just comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the movie. And if you like what you see here, please like, share, and subscribe. And I will be back.